let's get straight to it though. Let's get straight to it. Mary B, she not trying to argue, so we're gonna keep it respectful. But Mary B did not agree with the way you said you break a soul tie. And do you remember what you said? You were saying like you break it the same way you got into it, like you have sex and like claim it as like if you doing this for the last time to release the person.
That is a form. I mean, that's her opinion, but it's multiple forms to break a soul tie. But sometimes when you're trying to break a soul tie, it's hard for you to. Sometimes most people don't even know how to do certain spells or rituals, or don't even have nobody in their area that knows anything about that. So either they're gonna pray you psalms, or sometimes your demons are stronger than just a prayer because your faith not all the way there. You really don't know what you praying to. So the next thing for you to do would be to do that, because 9 times out of 10, that's what you feeling for anyways, or you missing anyway.
Mm, okay.
But everybody has their own opinion.
Everybody got their own opinion on how we want to do this. Mary,
Yeah.
so, you say
Uh,
you when you was doing this, you feel like people that practicing this, it lead them away from God.
Yeah, because okay, so even when mentioning like the soul ties, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know how we talk about like when we talk about the spokesman and all that, like how we can try to save ourselves from marriage or whatever. I'm a firm believer that whoever you have to them, you are yoked to them because you are experiencing something that only married people should have. Because at that point, you two are cleaving together as one. That person has now been inside of you. You are one, which is what creates that strong bond, that hold. But in order to break a soul tie, you're staying in sin the more that you try to use the same thing that got you there to come out of it. You can't stay in the same sin and think that that's going to bring you out. In order to break the soul tie, you have to renounce the soul tie and remove yourself entirely. Now, there is going to be a stronghold on you because you are one with that person. Just like when you get married and you what's the term? Um,
Tied or not,
when
I
you
don't
and your
know.
spouse. Well, no, 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 I can't
Become
think of the
one.
term.
Okay,
Yeah, when you become one, but like how they say, you have Lord have mercy, it's not coming to me.
I can check.
You've like fullified the marriage or whatever. Like you, when you have sex, like that's when the marriage is actually like
Oh, and it's
for
like a
real.
covenant or something.
I mean, yes, but I'm trying to think of the word. I can't even think of the word that people that
Consummate.
you know. Yeah, when you
Consummate.
consummate the marriage, at that point, that's when you two are now one. Like you can say it before God and all that, like, okay, we're married, but when you have sex, that is what consummates the marriage. So trying to walk away from that, it is hard, which is why you have to keep renouncing it. You have to plead the blood of Jesus over it. You have to remove yourself entirely. I just don't believe that you can go back into the same sin that brought you into this place and think that it's cool, because what it's going to do is make sin harder to come out of altogether, because then you're going to try to find another body in order to get over the one person.
Okay. How you feel about that? Ashley, you
So yeah, I really want to tap into that because like I'm a big person on, in duality. So I listen to everybody regardless of religion or background.
mm,
And I get what she's saying, but one thing that just stuck out to me what she was saying was about how sex initiates a marriage, right?
yeah.
So say you meet this person and you feel like this your person, this your twin flame, so y'all have sex. Boom. That sex is what creates that soul tie, which creates that so-called marriage, right? So one way you could break a marriage is a divorce, which means those two same people have to supposedly go before the courts of some form of how they initiated the agreement upon each other, right? So
Mm,
because there's a good and a bad, a opposite duality, because we believe in the divine and all as one, You can most definitely use exactly what thought it was going to bind you and keep you stuck and stagnant in a low vibrational form to break a soul tie, marriage, or connection because physically you're not able to break that. So once you go into prayer, because most of the time you're praying and begging instead of praying, start chanting, believing these things, and you know that one thing, which is something lustful, which is a low vibration or a demon that's making you want these things. You know that one thing that you keep craving for is that sex. You need to go before that same demon with that same issue, use it and release it. It's called energy. A lot of times we be so wrapped up in religion and what religion has placed on us to where we're so caught on what they so-called say is sin. There is no sin if you created by the all one. That means everything comes from this. It's negative or positive. But a lot of people big on wordplay too, and that's why everybody be confused.
Mm. So you don't believe in saying just negative or just yeah, negative and positive
It's just like it's negative, it's duality. It's it
duality.
like male and female, masculine and feminine energy, which is what
Mm,
God is, or whatever someone wants to say God is, because God created all of us in physical form and
mm.
for us to see it.
Okay. Okay.